Before I get into the main video, I want to preface this by saying that I just came out with a new Discord server. It's not completely done, but it's really good. I'm going to put the link to it in this description, and I hope y'all can join. So in this video, I'm going to be going over what people have been asking of me the most. I know I did a kind of a Q&A video the other day, but I didn't answer these because it's a lot of detail. First, I'm going to go over how I AFK gold and everything that has to do with AFKing gold. So basically, since my bag is full, right, but I'm still able to add materials to it, that's because I AFK gold with this system all night, and then I have an alt account, which you guys will see here in a minute, break these, and then the alt account picks up the gold, smelts it here, and then coins it here for my account here to pick it up. Basically, how I've set this up now, you basically, you use big tables, a fence, and a wood wall, and you basically place the big tables in a way so that you're at a little bit of an angle going into this big table so that it doesn't kick you off, kind of like this. Like if you weren't at an angle, it'd kind of go like that, and you don't want that space right there. So you have to be kind of at a bit of an angle just so it keeps you there. And then as you can see, that was just by pressing W. Now if I press A, this happens, and keep pressing A here, I get pinned right there. If I press S, this happens, and then I press D, and you can go all the way over here. Now, it's pretty simple. From this first gold node that's closest to the shore over here, you kind of want to make it so that these two big tables, once the ice respawns, you'll see, but you want to make it so that it gets into the ice a little bit, just so that you're able to hit it when the ice actually respawns. And you kind of want these to cross over, and then kind of at a sharp 90 degrees, you want to go all the way over here with big tables. And then you obviously don't want to go too close with this wooden fence to this one, because otherwise you'll break the node. This one right here, in my opinion, is the trickiest to set up. It's just kind of tedious. You basically can just go with big tables straight till you hit it. It doesn't matter if there's an extra right here. But then you kind of you want to place it so that you want to place the wood fence so that there's about this much room in between this and the ice. And then when you actually break it, it'll be right here. And then coming over here, you place a wood wall at a slight angle, but very slight. I mean, this one's pretty easy to set up. And then for this one's also a little tedious because you want to make sure that when you place this wood fence, there's a little bit of a lip here with the big table and the wooden fence where they meet, because if there's not, you'll slide right off and you'll keep going without pausing and hitting the ice node. So you're just gonna like, for example, I'm holding A right now. Oh, I need to be at the right angle. I'm holding A right now, and I'm still holding it, but this lip is catching me, right? If that wasn't there, I would just slide off and I would keep going. So you don't want that. You want that lip there. And then you just place a few other tables going this way, and then you can place more tables going perpendicular to the ones you just placed right here, and you can go down all the way here till you meet up with this guy. And I'll just show you a zoomed out version so that you guys can see it. These fences on the outside are just to catch the gold when I break it. I will show you some footage of that here in a minute. But yeah, these are just to catch it when I break it so that the gold doesn't fly everywhere. These are really optional, but everything else in here itself is mandatory. And just again, how you do this, you basically use whatever macro you can, right? There are a lot of videos, by the way, on using like Tiny Task and stuff, but right now I'm on MacBook, so there's not a lot of videos on how to macro, if any, on BOOGA with Mac. So I will be showing you how to do that in this video. You always want to have your inventory open to start it. And you always want to have your God pick out. This is just how you want to start it. And you want to be a little bit zoomed out maybe so it's nicer. And you want to be at this angle that I was talking about, you going into the walls, right? You don't want to be facing out like that. You want to be facing in kind of like this. And I will show you the patterns for hitting or for when you're walking across these. So for going across the first one, you always start in this corner, or at least I think it's better to. You just press W. W the entire time until you hit here. Then you press A. Keep going. Even right here, you want to be pressing A. If you're pressing S right here, or if you have to press S, that means this is at a too steep of an angle and you need to change it. You want to be pressing A here. And then right here you press S once you get to that little knob right there. And now you press D, right? So basically the full order looks like this. If I were to record right now, it'd be something like this. Okay. So for recording the macro itself for gold, picture the ice node here. I accidentally broke it. But you're going to want to have yourself backed into this corner as much as possible. And again, you're going to want to be at that angle facing into the walls. And you're going to want to go to Automator. You're going to choose Workflow. And then you're going to type in the search bar over here, Watch Me Do, and you're going to drag it here. Now you're going to record and open Roblox again. And now you're going to eat twice. You're going to press A. You're going to get to this corner. Click twice just in case one doesn't register. And then you can go press A and keep holding A even right here. And then click twice to make sure it registers. And then you can click S right here. And then D maybe once just so that you're actually on top of the gold node and so that it hits 100% of the time. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Then after that you can stop recording and then you can delete this top box with nothing. And then click out of this box so that this whole box isn't highlighted. Now you can click into this section. You can delete these parts that say press command. And there's one at the bottom too. Press command. Now you can loop it like this. Loop automatically. Stop after 1,000 minutes because that's the highest it goes to, unfortunately, which is 16.5 hours. And then you can click run and go back to Roblox. And then as you can see, it's working now. I'm not touching my keyboard. I'm not touching my mouse. I'm not doing anything. And yeah, guys, that's pretty much. And as you can see, I clicked twice there, but it only clicked once. So just click twice just in case one doesn't register. Yeah, see, you just click twice just in case. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much AFK in gold. It's actually pretty simple. Again, this is the process for MacBook. This isn't the process for PC. On PC, you use TinyTask, and there's a lot of different things a lot of different videos out there for you guys. So now I'm going to show you some footage after I AFK'd for about 4 or 5 hours, I think, and my alt account came in and broke these gold nodes, and I'll show you the process of putting it in the or of smelting it and of coining it. One thing I should say for smelting it, so that it's really fast, and if you guys have an auto clicker, I really recommend you place this stuff on a dock, because what happens if you don't have it on a dock, if you don't have it on a dock and you're auto clicking stuff into the chest really fast, it will all spill out. But if you have it on a dock and you just like lean up against the dock kind of like this and you auto click all your stuff into it, it just goes into the chest and it doesn't spill out. So I highly recommend you guys do this. It just saves some cleanup time. But yeah, I'm going to show you some footage of my alt account collecting and smelting and coining the gold right now. But alright guys, once you've got all your coins on your main account, as you can see, you can go to the treasure chest icon and then the up arrow. And then here's the shop where you can buy everything you want. It doesn't even matter your bag size. You can literally just buy everything and anything you want. Even if your bag's full, you can keep going and keep buying. So yeah, this is also how I have so many items, because I AFK gold, then I coin it, and then I buy it from here. So yeah, that's how I have so many materials as well, which I know answers a lot of your guys' questions. But yeah, feel free to buy whatever you want for materials. Now, I just explained to you guys how to AFK gold. Now I'm going to explain to you guys how to AFK bloodfruit. Now, it's a little bit more tedious, actually a lot more tedious, so this might be a little bit more in depth than gold, but basically there are two main ways that I've AFK'd bloodfruit and like lemons in the past. One of them being this, where it's really simple to set up. I mean, this obviously, since it's simpler, it gives you the lesser yield, but you want to be placing plant boxes. Oop, I pressed forward by accident, but whatever. In a 5x5, kind of like this. Because your God Ho, I think, reaches in a 5x5. Yeah, it's a 5x5. And you just want to make it as uniform as possible. Obviously, I messed up right here, but it's whatever. I'm just doing this for show purposes. You're going to want to place them in a 5x5. And for recording this, I don't have a PC. I have a Mac. So recording macros is a little bit different, but what I will say, if you're on PC, just look up TinyTask, get TinyTask, and then look up how to use TinyTask, and you'll be able to record anything you want. Now, for this method, I essentially just recommend that you are zoomed out so all your plant boxes are in a good field of view, and have your inventory open and plenty of lemons or bloodfruit or whatever you want to use to just fill your hunger bar. And for Mac, what you want to do to record macros like this, you want to go to the Automator app, which is a built-in app. You just want to click on the Automator app. I think, yeah, it's this guy. You can just search for it in apps. And then once you open it, you'll see these options. You want to choose workflow, and you want to press choose. And then what you want to type in this search bar up here is watch me do, and you want to drag this over here. Now you can press record, and you can be in Roblox, and it's recording now. So obviously, to record, you're going to want to have your hoe out, you're going to want to have your food out, and you're just going to want to double click just to make sure that it goes through, so that one wasn't faulty or something. But there's an extra step to this. You want to make sure that you get it like perfectly on the bloodfruit for this, and I'll show you why. It's because for some reason the Automator doesn't register when you go back and click F again. So I'll show you what to do once this is grown. Alrighty. Now guys, you can see that the bloodfruit has started to grow, and one important thing, when you're AFKing bloodfruit and gold, this goes with both, never move your camera, never hold right click, never do any of that. But now that this is growing, what you're going to want to do, you're going to want to press F, and then you're going to want to press slash, and then you're going to want to click on like your lemons, or for example, and then you're just going to go around, and you're going to simply pick them up. You don't even have to press F to pick them up now, because it glitched in a way so that it automatically picks it up for you. Because again, as I said earlier, F doesn't register on Automator for some reason, so you have to do this. It's just F slash and then click on like a lemon, for example. And you basically just go around, you can place them, I'm just going fast, so I might screw it up a little bit. And then you can eat a few times, and then you can come here and you can click this recording button. Then you delete this top bar right here that's blank, and it's very important. You will see it says bring all the Roblox windows to the front. Like, these don't matter, don't touch these, but you're gonna want to get rid of these. right? You're going to want to get rid of these that say press like the control button or the command button. You're just going to click on them and then backspace it. And now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to loop it. So you can loop automatically. In 1000 minutes, that's the max it goes to. It's 16.5 hours, by the way. Now you're just going to want to set the timeout to maybe like 5 to 10 or something like that. And then you can click run and you can go over to Roblox. But yeah, guys, that's basically in short how you use Automator. If you would like to, I mean, it's pretty easy. It's pretty self-explanatory, actually. It isn't that bad. You can look up and add things to it and be adaptive and do whatever you want. This is obviously going to be the quickest method. Again, you kind of just stand here, make sure everything, you're kind of zoomed out. Don't hold right click at all. Just get a position you like and then place the blood fruit all around. Once they start growing, you do that F, hold F, press slash, and then eat a lemon or something like that. And you preferably want to do that after you've recorded, just so that it doesn't do that while you're recording, or like while it's repeating, because that would be bad. But that's basically the first method. It obviously won't give you as much, but it's pretty simple to set up and record for Automator. This right here is the second method I want to talk about. In short, this is In short, that what this is, I need to get out from under here, is 3 bridges like this with big tables going down the middle of it, kind of like this. And you want to make them so that they are like body width. And then you have obviously your plant boxes on the outer bridges, kind of like this. You can just kind of auto click them down and do whatever, but you want to make them as straight as possible. And you do that by going in here. I didn't make it the right width, but you go in here and then you just press W and you're able to like auto click the plant boxes when you move forward, just to make them as straight as possible. Now, that's pretty much what this is. It's just this right here is this, but repeated on a much larger scale, right? So basically, you're going to want to measure out your body's width, and I just place these big tables here just so that nothing happens, so that it keeps me in the center and it keeps me in line with everything. And you're basically going to want to zoom out so that you have a good amount of room, again, kind of like the last one. And you're going to want to, like, let's say I'm recording right now, you're going to want to start by eating. And then you're going to want to double click them, whatever. And then once you do this, you press W. Then you can do this again. And then just make sure to get both sides. And then you can press W again, and you go all the way down the line and you record yourself doing that. Now guys, I can't preface this enough. When you're recording these big things like this, like these big AFK farms, always make sure you're eating. Just have a lot of lemons or whatever on you, just so that you're able to eat and sustain yourself over 16 plus hours of AFKing. Now, once you get all the way to the end of this, okay, you're gonna want to like eat twice or something real quickly, and then I should be in here like this, and then you're just going to want to press S, and you're going to want to come all the way back to this stone fence right here, just so that it resets you and resets everything, because obviously you don't want to stay all the way down there. You want to end up coming back all the way down here. That's pretty much this farm. And then once you've recorded it, you do the same thing it did over there. You press F/ and then eat something so that it glitches you into picking up the blood fruit without having to press F. So what I recommend, I would press F. I would do this glitch right before you start recording, just so that when you're actually recording, there's no problems with having to press F or whatever you're going to do. So I would just always do this right before you record, just so that you play it safe, if you know what I mean. Now, it's a pretty complicated thing, but there's a lot of adaptability here, and you can do a lot of different things. This right here, this farm, will get me like 1,000 bloodfruit every 10 minutes of AFKing, which is absolutely insane, and it works really, really well, and that's how I got all this bloodfruit, right? So yeah, that's basically AFKing bloodfruit. It's not that hard. I mean, it is a process, but once you get used to that process, it's pretty easy from there and straightforward. But yeah, guys, just remember that, and just remember before you start recording anything, open your inventory, F/eat something, F/eat something, and then you can automatically pick things up without clicking F. And what I did forget to say about this glitch actually though, is that unfortunately, I don't know why it works this way, in order to do it, you have to be actually hovering above like a bloodfruit bush or something, or lemons or whatever, lemon tree or mangoes or whatever, and then you have to click F/ and eat a lemon, just so that it works permanently. And then if you want to cancel it, all you need to do is press F once and then it cancels. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much AFKing bloodfruit and lemons or whatever you want to do. It's pretty easy once you get the hang of it, but yeah, it is a process at first. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I hope you learned something. It was a pretty complicated video, so just pause it. I hope you paused at any moment you felt confused, and I hope you reach out in the comments asking me questions, because I will answer them. And also, remember that my Discord server is now out, and I will be sharing a link with you guys in the description.